So that's the swedging job. Swedging, S-W-E-D-G, swedging, mushing, whatever you want to call it. Keep that on there, keep those ball bearings in there. It's a little looser than an original. Got some play in there. Reason for that is there was a groove worn in there from the defective one. And it wore some metal away in both sides, and I did not account for that when I made my, we'll call it a pin, the centerpiece. So I'm up against the shoulder in there that should be a little less of a shoulder in height. So the shoulder's up against the washer. I tried pushing it down, various items I have, and it just wouldn't, the washer would not go down. So I must be up against the shoulder. That's a little too tall, but it's going to work. The weight is going to be down, the safe is going to be on there like that. So it's going to be good. And get it installed, get it assembled, get it installed on the safe, and get the safe moved out so I can sand the back of it and get it painted. That's the ultimate goal here. Okay, so we're at the safe right now. This is the bottom of the safe. This is a wheel. It's got to go up in there. I already have one up in there, and it was kind of a pain getting it up there. I'll show you what I did to get it up there, and you'll see that you'll be able to use some of what I'm showing you here on other things, under machines, cars, you know, real popular for working on cars, transmissions and stuff like that. But this is something little. I can't handle transmissions anymore, that kind of stuff. It's just little hobby kind of stuff. But I have a wheel up in there. I'm going to take it down and show you what I had to do to start to get it up there. These are 3 of the bolts that are going to hold it on. I have one up there. So I'm going to take this one out. There's number 4. There's the wheel. That's the repaired wheel, actually. I'm going to put it on the left front so I remember. But to get this wheel up there and get it lined up with those 4 holes and get a bolt in there was kind of a contortionist kind of deal. So what I did from my mold repairing days, I have all these cut off bolts. These are socket head cap screws. I would use these on molds to take molds apart, put them together, would save the hands and save the inserts. So I have 2 of those cut off bolts and I thread them in. It's easier to find the holes. Like this. And these are going to be a little guide screw or a guide bolt. Start to get it located. So I have 2 in there. I'll try to do it with the mirror again. There's 2. Kitty corner from each other. I have them here, so I'm going to stick this on there. And it's still kind of an issue to get the first bolt in there, but this helps a lot for locating things. There, that was a little bit of an issue. You got to get the wheel positioned like this so you can get this screw up in there so this is out of your way, so you can get your hand. And I'm not going to wrestle with it on camera, but you get the idea. They got these cut the heads off some screws screw them up in there. So it makes it easier to get your first bolt started up there. Then the process is more doable. Okay, so I'm back at it here. With a ratchet. My body was locking up there. So I got 2 of these bolts up there and 2 of these guide bolts, shorter than this, but so that's what I have. 2 guide bolts and a regular bolt. So once I get these snugged up there a little bit, I can pull these 2 guide bolts out, get them out of there, and get these other 2 up in there. It'll make it easier. I've already got some things started. So get whatever tools you got to do. Don't go overkill because, you know, it's just sheet metal up there that's threaded. Got a threaded hole, so I can't, you know, you don't want to be putting a 3/8 or 1/2 inch ratchet or a 3/8 pneumatic ratchet on here. You don't want to be stripping out the holes because it's, you know, once the hole is gone, the hole is gone. One other thing I need to do and wanted to show you is these casters have grease zerks on them. So I'm going to squirt a little grease in there just to keep it working. I'm also going to use this. This is off a silicone, probably kitchen and bath caulk tube. I'm going to shove that on there, hold that on there, and get some grease in where the ball bearings are for the caster part, or the spinning of that. As you saw earlier, I hand put some grease when I assembled the one that I repaired, so there's grease in there, but I gotta get, these are pretty dry, and I don't want these disintegrating the same way this one is done, so that's how I'm gonna get the grease in there. Maybe you have another way of doing it, but that's my plan. The other thing I wanted to point out is the reason that I went to a hex bolt is because they had slotted screws on there. I thought that is going to be a pain trying to get those up in there. I'm sure that was done when the safe was manufactured. The thing was flipped over and they zipped them in there. Probably cheaper fastener than these. These are also grade 8s. Probably overkill, but I tend to put grade 8s and stuff that I don't want to have to fix again. So that's the plan there. Okay, later for now.